You ever wake up and realize the whole world's gone on without you, like you blinked and somehow everything you built just got hijacked by a parade of people you wouldn't even invite over for coffee? Yeah, well, let me tell you, the best view I ever had came after the ugliest climb of my life. A climb I never asked for, by the way. Picture this: a 27-acre lake glittering like glass behind my new home out in rural Missouri. No traffic, no nosy neighbors, just the rush of wind through pines, bird song, and the kind of silence that makes you remember who you are. It was mine. I earned it every stone, every inch, every ounce of peace. After 20 years wrangling spreadsheets and politics at the Federal Hydrology Department, I said goodbye to the concrete and bureaucracy. Name's Randall Denton, 44, divorced, half-retired, and probably the only guy who's ever gotten sentimental about river discharge reports. I cashed out, dumped my Denver condo, and staked my claim on this land. Built the house myself, modern bones, a little rustic charm, all sweat and calluses. There's a town a half-mile down the road, Lakeside Haven. Gated, cookie-cutter HOA ruled. Their president, Karen Woodley, yeah, that's really, her name was a walking warning label. The kind of lady who probably alphabetizes her spices and files restraining orders for fun. First time I met her, I was covered in mud digging out a trench on my shoreline. Here she comes, cream pantsuit, silver blonde helmet hair, clutching a clipboard like she's about to repo my soul. "You're Mr. Denton," she says, all business. I tell her I am. I'm Karen Woodley, HOA president. I give her my best. I'd rather be anywhere but here. Smile, and let her know politely that I'm not part of her kingdom. That's when her face does that thing, smile up top, eyes flat as a busted soda. "We thought your parcel was inside the overlay." "Sorry, Karen, right outside." She lingered, waiting for an invite. She never got one. After that, I barely saw her. Once a black SUV crawling by the edge of my land. Another time, a drone buzzing overhead, probably hers. She got the message. No wine tastings, no mailbox inspections. Life settled in. Mornings on the porch, evenings kayaking, coffee, black as sin, no drama. My sister Linda dropped by sometimes. It was the good life, you know. Until that September night when the universe took a sledgehammer to it all. I was headed home from the hardware store, filter gravel and a new sump pump in the back when I got blindsided. Drunk driver, 60 mpr, didn't stand a chance. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a hospital, the world smelling like lemons and loss. 8 months coma, traumatic brain injury, busted pelvis, ribs, lung, the works. When I woke up, Linda was there holding my hand, telling me not to worry. She'd handled the bills, kept the lights on. The house was being looked after. I was alive. That was supposed to be enough. 6 more months of rehab in Colorado, pain progress, repeat. Linda did her best, but the worry gnawed at me. I needed to see my lake. When I finally made it back riding in a cab through muddy spring roads, I felt the air go heavy, like I was walking into court to explain why a dam failed. That's when I saw it, a new wooden sign nailed to my drive. "Welcome to Willow Beach. Private access for Lakeside Haven HOA members only." I swear my heart stopped. I stepped out, pine needles underfoot, air thick and floral all wrong. My trail was wider graveled, lined with solar lanterns. The grass manicured. My wild lake was gone, at least the soul of it. They'd built a beach, hauled in sand, threw up gazebos and Adirondack chairs, fairy lights, laughter drifting across the water. My filtration trench, gone. In its place, an outdoor bar rental, kayaks, barbecue pits, even a dam sign, Willow Beach hours, HOA access only, scan badge below. My house repainted beige, porch swing missing, potted plants I didn't buy. Hobby Lobby welcome sign. My keys didn't work. Locks changed, electronic keypad. I was locked out of my own life. And then black SUV again. Karen steps out, navy suit, 2 security guys. She looks at me like I'm trespassing. Can I help you? She doesn't recognize me. You damn well can, I bark. What happened to my house? She blinks. And you are? I laugh a hollow, bitter sound. I'm Randall Denton. This is my property. She plays confused. I'm sorry, Mr. Denton was declared legally incapacitated. Land was turned over for emergency community stewardship. I nearly dropped right there. She lays it out 6 months of unoccupied property. Linda not answering county mail. HOA gets temporary oversight. They'd invested to make it a safe, clean space. And the value, it's up significantly. I wanted to scream, but it got worse. HOA security calls the sheriff. I'm standing on my own porch showing ID, and they're treating me like a squatter. No documents, no keys. From their view, I'm just some broken-down lunatic. I left before they put me in cuffs. Motel by the highway, the smell of cigarettes and old regrets. I Google my address. There it is, Willow Beach, premier lakeside experience, weddings, barbecues, yoga, a whole damn calendar of HOA fun. Drone footage, future expansion. I stared at that screen for hours, boots still dirty with my own sand clothes stinking of stolen campfire smoke. I swore then I would burn it all down legally. Next morning I called a lawyer. Not local, no way. Reached out to Marcus Patel, an old contact. Land use specialist, the kind of guy who can smell a forged signature through a PDF. You got your deed, your survey, he asks. Yeah, in my bank lockbox. Get them. Today. It wasn't easy. Being legally dead complicates things, but I got the papers. Sent the scans to Marcus. We got a case, he said. Then came the twist, Linda. We met at a diner. She looked like she'd seen a ghost. Randy, I thought you were gone, she whispered. She'd signed papers, not knowing a maintenance firm rep, supposedly county authorized, got her to sign. Temporary, he said, just to preserve the value. Marcus reviewed it, limited power of attorney, naming Green Valley Holdings, run by Karen's nephew as administrator, until legal ownership can be restored. Legal fraud in a ribbon. It gets darker. They filed for stewardship, citing absentee owner forged a temporary occupancy reassignment. On top of that, a fake death certificate, my name, my ID, some licensed social worker confirming I died. Except the guy was an HVAC tech dating an HOA board member. They literally faked my death to steal my lake. Marcus filed the big guns, cease and desist injunction, fraudulent conveyance reversal. We marched into the county office, handed over notarized proof I was alive. County froze all HOA activity on my land. Karen's lawyer sent a letter patronizing oily, "Let's resolve this peacefully for the community." We didn't even reply. Instead, Marcus had a drone team scan the land, found chemical runoff, destroyed vegetation, illegal irrigation, evidence of environmental crimes. They'd built a cancer into my property. But the money trail was even messier. HOA funneled enhancement fees into a trust, then snagged private investment for a fake ecotourism program, false LLCs, glossy websites, testimonials from people who'd been dead for years. They'd pocketed $185,000 in a year, routed through a shell company, Everglow Commons. On paper run by Karen. Real address. A UPS box. One afternoon, our drone caught Karen under the gazebo laughing, "He's not coming back. If he does, he'll be legally blind, broke, or buried. This place is ours." We recorded timestamps, saved it a dozen ways. Marcus didn't even smile. "We're not suing anymore," he said. "We're going for blood." Story broke in the news, front page viral. More victims came out of the woodwork, elderly veterans, absentee owners. 5 of us banded together, Denton Coalition, Marcus called it. Filed class action in federal court. And just when it felt like we'd finally tipped the scales, someone tried to torch the evidence, literally. Night vision drone caught a subcontractor setting the West Gazebo on fire. We turned it all over to the feds. Karen claimed electrical accident, but the mask was slipping. The day of court. Kansas City packed, cameras flashing. Karen arrives dressed like she still runs the world, but she won't look at me. The evidence drops like hammers, deeds, drone footage, fake donor lists, tax fraud, the lot. Environmental experts laid out the damage, the loss, and then the audio. Karen's voice gloating. The jury barely blinked. Defense tried to spin it. She was benevolent, just protecting the community, even tried to cry on the stand. It backfired. Marcus handed her the fake donor list. Paul Davidson. He's been dead 4 years, Marcus said. Silence. Verdict guilty. 6 counts. Conspiracy, document fraud, land theft, wire fraud, the works. Karen got 25 years. Her cronies 5 to 12. All property returned, all illegal structures demolished, damages paid. I got $3.2 million land abuse, legal fees, environmental repair, and a little something for pain and suffering. Spent some on a conservation trust, bought myself a boat, nothing flashy. I named her Resurrected. 1 year later, I threw a small party by the fire pit, just friends, family, the people who stood by me. We watched the stars, listened to the lake breathe again. Right before midnight, I hammered in a sign by the water, private property. No exceptions. Not ever again. Underneath in small letters, if you fake my death twice, I start charging rent. So tell me, if it was you, would you fight for your piece of peace? Or let them steamroll you in the name of community spirit? Drop your story in the comments. Let's see where everyone stands on what's right, what's wrong, and what's worth fighting for.